The Flaw That Built an Empire. A story of betrayal, weakness turned strength, and success beyond revenge. My name is Nathan Cole, and I'm going to tell you about the day my business partner stole everything I'd built, and how the stutter that made him think I was weak became the foundation of a billion-dollar empire. For 8 years, I built Tech Vision Solutions with Derek Morrison, my college roommate and supposed best friend. I was the technical genius who created the products. He was the smooth talker who sold them. When investors came calling, Derek convinced them I was too awkward to lead because of my speech impediment. He pushed me out, took control, and left me with nothing. Everyone thought my stutter made me unfit to compete. They were catastrophically wrong. This is the story of how I turned my greatest perceived weakness into my most powerful asset, built a competing company that crushed Derek's, and proved that authenticity always beats polish, and that sometimes the people who mock your flaws are terrified of your strengths. I've had a stutter since I was 7 years old. It started after a car accident that killed my father and left me with a traumatic brain injury. The doctor said I was lucky to be alive, that the cognitive issues would fade. Most did, but the stutter remained. Growing up, it defined me. Kids mocked me. Teachers treated me like I was slow. Presentations were torture. I learned to stay quiet, to communicate through writing, to let my work speak instead of my words. By the time I got to MIT for computer science, I'd accepted my identity. I was the quiet genius, the one who could code anything but couldn't pitch anything. The one who'd always need someone else to be the face of my ideas. That's where I met Derek Morrison. Derek was everything I wasn't: charismatic, confident, articulate, business major with a minor in computer science, could talk his way into or out of anything. We became friends during a joint entrepreneurship class where I built the product and Derek presented it. We won the competition, split the $10,000 prize. "We make a good team," Derek said after our victory. "You're the brains, I'm the voice. We should do this for real." "Do what?" "Start a company. You build incredible software. I can sell it. Together, we could make millions." I was skeptical, but Derek was persuasive, and he was right. I needed someone who could communicate my vision to investors, clients, the world. In 2012, we founded Tech Vision Solutions, 50-50 partners. I was CTO, Derek was CEO. Our first product was enterprise resource planning software. Boring name, revolutionary execution. I'd designed an AI-assisted system that could optimize supply chains in real time, saving companies millions in operational costs. Derek pitched it to mid-sized manufacturers. Within a year, we had 12 clients. Within 2 years, 40. By year 3, we were doing $8 million in annual revenue. I kept building, Derek kept selling. The partnership worked. But I noticed things, small things at first. Derek would take calls with investors and exclude me. "Nathan, they don't need the technical details. I'll handle it." He'd go to industry conferences alone. "You hate public speaking anyway. I'll represent us." He'd tell clients I was brilliant but eccentric and assure them he was the business mind keeping things on track. I told myself it made sense. I did hate public speaking. I was more comfortable in code than in conference rooms. Derek was better at the social stuff. But then came the Series A funding round. We needed $5 million to scale. Derek had been courting venture capital firms for months. Finally, he landed 3 top-tier meetings. "This is it, Nathan. This is how we go from millions to hundreds of millions." The first meeting was with Redwood Ventures. Derek insisted I come. "They'll want to meet the technical founder. Just let me do most of the talking. Answer their technical questions, but keep it simple." I agreed. The meeting was brutal. The lead partner, a woman named Jennifer Chen, asked me to explain our AI algorithm. I started, well, it's based on reinforcement learning models that... Derek cut me off. What Nathan means is we use cutting-edge AI to optimize operations. The technical details are proprietary, but the results speak for themselves. Jennifer frowned. I'd actually like to hear from Nathan. You built this, right? Yes, I designed the entire... Derek interrupted again. He did, and it's brilliant work, but let me show you the client data that proves ROI. After the meeting, Jennifer pulled me aside. Nathan, are you okay with Derek always speaking for you? I have a stutter. It's easier if he... I have a stutter too, she said quietly. Had it whole my life. Never let it stop me from speaking my truth. Don't let anyone silence you. I thought about that conversation for days. We ended up getting funding from Redwood, $5 million for 20% equity, but Jennifer's words haunted me. Was Derek protecting me or silencing me? Over the next year, as we scaled from $8 million to $30 million in revenue, Derek's behavior got worse. He started introducing himself as founder and CEO and me as technical consultant. He gave interviews to tech magazines, never mentioning my name. He hired a sales team that reported only to him and an engineering team that reported to me, creating two separate silos. And when board meetings happened, Derek would summarize my technical updates for efficiency, never letting me present directly. I confronted him after one particularly frustrating board meeting. Derek, why didn't you let me present the new algorithm? You know how you get when you're nervous. The board doesn't have time for... For what? For my stutter? I didn't say that. I just think it's more efficient if I handle communications and you handle technology. That's what we agreed to. We agreed to be partners. We are partners, but someone has to be the face of the company, and let's be honest, you're not comfortable in that role. You've never given me a chance. Because every time you talk to investors or clients, you make them uncomfortable. They don't know how to handle the stuttering. It makes them doubt our competence. I'm protecting the company, and you. I left his office shaking with anger and shame. Maybe he was right. Maybe I was holding us back. Then came the Series B. We were raising $25 million to expand internationally. Derek had lined up meetings with major VCs in Silicon Valley. 2 days before we left for California, Derek called an emergency board meeting. I wasn't invited. I found out later what happened. Derek proposed restructuring the company. He argued that as we scaled, we needed stronger leadership and professional management. He wanted to change our equity split from 50-50 to 70-30 in his favor. His reasoning: Nathan is an incredible engineer, but not equipped to lead at this level. His communication challenges make him a liability in high-stakes situations. As we court major investors, we need someone who can represent the company professionally. The board, which included Jennifer Chen, who'd warned me, pushed back. Nathan built this company. The technology is his. It seems unfair. Derek had an answer. I have documentation showing that Nathan has consistently delegated all investor relations, sales, and strategic planning to me. He's effectively chosen to be in a technical role, not a leadership role. I'm just formalizing what is already true. He'd been documenting everything. Every meeting I'd missed because I was coding, every presentation he'd done alone, every decision he'd made on behalf of the partnership. He'd built a paper trail showing I was just an engineer, not a true business partner. The board was split, but Derek had one more card to play. If we don't restructure, I'll walk, and I'll take the sales team with me, Nathan can't run this company without me. He can barely talk to clients without stuttering through a pitch. You'll lose your investment." It was a threat, and it worked. The board voted 3-2 to approve the restructuring. Jennifer and one other voted against it, but Derek won. My ownership dropped from 50% to 30%. Derek's went to 70%. I was officially a minority stakeholder in the company I'd built. When Derek told me he had the audacity to act sympathetic, "Nathan, this is better for everyone. You'll still make millions when we exit, and you can focus on what you're best at, building great products. No more pressure to do the stuff you hate." I stole my company. I saved it. You're brilliant, but you're not a CEO. Accept that. I could have fought it, could have sued, but I'd signed documents giving the board authority to restructure equity. Derek had outmaneuvered me legally. I had two choices: accept my diminished role or leave. I left, walked away from Tech Vision Solutions with my 30% stake and nothing else. No clients, no team, no company. Derek sent a company-wide email. "Nathan Cole has decided to pursue other opportunities. We're grateful for his technical contributions and wish him well." Technical contributions, as if I was just a contractor, not the creator of everything that made Tech Vision valuable. I was 42 years old, humiliated, broke. I'd reinvested all my salary into the company, and convinced I'd been right all along. My stutter made me unfit to lead. For 3 months, I spiraled, stayed in my apartment, avoided friends, questioned everything. Then I got a call from Jennifer Chen. "Nathan, I resigned from Tech Vision's board. Derek's treatment of you was unconscionable, but I'm calling because I want to invest in whatever you do next." "I'm not doing anything. I can't build a company alone." "Who says you're alone? There are a dozen engineers from Tech Vision who'd quit tomorrow to work with you. They know Derek's a fraud, riding your talent." "But I can't pitch investors, can't sell, can't—" "Nathan, do you know why Derek was so threatened by you? Because I'm a liability? Because you're authentic. Derek is all polish and no substance. You're all substance. And in the long run, substance always wins. I don't know how to compete with him." "Then don't compete with him. Build something better. And stop hiding your stutter. Own it. It makes you human, real. In a world of smooth-talking con artists, authenticity is your competitive advantage." I didn't believe her, but I was desperate enough to try. I started small, called 5 engineers from Tech Vision who I'd worked closely with, asked if they'd be interested in a new venture. All 5 said yes immediately. "Derek's running Tech Vision into the ground," one said. "He fired the 3 best engineers because they questioned his decisions. Everyone knows you built everything that matters." With Jennifer's investment, $500,000 seed funding, I founded my new company, Authentitech. The name was intentional. No more hiding, no more polish, just authentic technology from authentic people. But I needed to solve the biggest problem. If I couldn't pitch, I couldn't sell, and if I couldn't sell, I'd fail just like Derek predicted. That's when I made the decision that changed everything. I would pitch, but I wouldn't hide my stutter. I'd lean into it. My first investor pitch was terrifying. I stood in front of a conference room with 4 VCs and forced myself to speak. "My name is Nathan Cole. I have a stutter. I've had it since I was 7. My former business partner used it as a reason to push me out of the company I built. He said I was a liability, that I couldn't lead." I paused, took a breath. He was wrong, because what he saw as a weakness is actually my strength. My stutter makes me think before I speak. It forces me to be precise. It makes me listen more than I talk, and it keeps me honest because I can't smooth talk anyone." The room was silent. "I'm not going to waste your time with a polished pitch. I'm going to show you something real, revolutionary software that's 10x better than anything on the market, including what my old company sells." I showed them the prototype, an AI system that didn't just optimize supply chains, it predicted disruptions before they happened, using machine learning algorithms I'd spent 2 years developing in secret. After my presentation, the lead VC said, "That was the most honest pitch I've heard in 20 years. I'm in." 3 of the 4 VCs invested. We raised $3 million. But here's the twist. My weakness became my brand. I started doing all my pitches personally. No smooth-talking salesperson, just me stuttering my way through authentic presentations. And clients loved it. "You don't bullshit us," one CTO said. "Every other vendor sends salespeople who promise the moon. You show up, stutter through a demo, and prove your software works. That's refreshing." Within a year, AuthentiTech had 20 clients, many of them former TechVision customers who'd switched because they trusted me more than Derek. Within 2 years, we were doing $15 million in revenue. Within 3 years, $50 million. And here's where it gets interesting. TechVision was struggling. Derek had been so focused on sales and appearances that he'd neglected product development. Their software was falling behind. Clients were leaving. Meanwhile, AuthentiTech was growing exponentially because our product was genuinely superior. I'd assembled a team of brilliant engineers who actually cared about solving problems, not just selling solutions. By year 4, we were directly competing for the same enterprise clients, and we were winning. Then came the twist I never saw coming. Derek called me. First time we'd spoken in 4 years. "Nathan, we need to talk. TechVision is in trouble. Revenue is down 40%. Clients are leaving for AuthentiTech. I made mistakes." "Yes, you did." "I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm asking for a deal. Merge our companies. You bring the superior technology. I bring the client relationships I still have. We split it 50-50, like old times." I laughed. "You're joking." "I'm serious. Look, I was wrong about you, about your stutter being a weakness. You've proven you can lead, but together we'd be unstoppable. Derek, you stole my company, humiliated me, told everyone I was a liability. Now you want to merge because you're failing? It's good business, our combined client base." "No. Derek, be reasonable." "I am being reasonable. You're not. Goodbye, Derek." I hung up. 3 months later, TechVision filed for bankruptcy. Derek had run it into the ground through arrogance and neglect. I could have gloated, could have bought TechVision's assets for pennies and shut it down out of spite. Instead, I made a different choice. I bought TechVision's technology patents and client list, but I also hired 15 of their engineers who'd been laid off, including 3 who'd been fired for questioning Derek. I didn't do it for Derek. I did it because those engineers were talented and deserved a second chance, and because I remembered what it felt like to be discarded. AuthentiTech absorbed TechVision's clients seamlessly. We were now doing $120 million annually. Derek disappeared from the tech world. I heard he moved to Florida to sell real estate, never reached out again. But here's the final twist. 2 years after TechVision collapsed, I got an email from a college student named Maya Patel. "Mr. Cole, I have a severe stutter and I'm studying computer science. I watched your TED Talk about turning weaknesses into strengths, and it changed my life. Could I intern at AuthentiTech?" I hired her immediately. Maya was brilliant, and she had the same fear I once had, that her stutter would limit her. "It won't limit you," I told her. "It'll define you, but you get to decide how."
Today, Maya is Authentitech's Director of AI Research. She presents at conferences, pitches clients, and does it all with her stutter fully visible. She's become the face of what Authentitech represents: authenticity over polish. Last year, Authentitech was valued at $1.2 billion. We're now a publicly traded company. I own 35% and serve as CEO. I give talks at business schools about leadership, authenticity, and how perceived weaknesses are secret strengths. People always ask, "Do you regret what Derek did? Are you angry?" Here's my honest answer: no, because Derek's betrayal forced me to build something better than I ever could have with him. If he hadn't pushed me out, I'd still be hiding behind a smooth-talking partner. I'd still think my stutter was a weakness to overcome instead of a strength to embrace. Derek taught me the most important lesson of my life: authenticity always
beats polish in the long run. He was all surface. I was all substance. He could talk his way into rooms. I could earn my way into them. He built a company on charisma. I built one on competence. And when the facade cracked, his company died. Mine thrived. The best revenge wasn't destroying Derek. It was succeeding so completely that his opinion of me became irrelevant. He thought my stutter made me weak. It made me unstoppable. He thought I couldn't lead. I became a better leader than he ever was. He thought I needed him. I needed to lose him to find myself. My name is Nathan Cole. I have a stutter, and I built a billion-dollar company not in spite of it, but because of it. Because the traits people mock as weaknesses are often strengths in disguise. You just have to be brave enough to own them.